and welcome to our Facebook Live. Thank you for joining me. My name's Jenny McCormac. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I'm based in the market town of Brackley, right in the centre of the UK. So I hope you are well. If you're joining me live, feel free to say hi. Always welcome people commenting and asking questions. If you're watching me on replay or YouTube, that's equally fine. Thank you again for supporting me. You're welcome to comment. Obviously I won't see your comments actually live, so I won't be able to respond to those. But I will go back and check any comments, and if you've got any questions, then I will be able to reply to your comment and hopefully help you. So we are continuing with our journey using this extra special bundle which has been released early. So this will be, part of this will be available in January, and it consists of some dies and 2 different stamp sets. So the dies and this set of stamps are available, or will be available, in the January catalogue, and that will run from January to June, and you will be able to buy that individually as a stamp set or the dies or as a bundle. And Stampin' Up have allowed us to hi Linny, sell this set early, so you can buy this set as a bundle at the moment. So it's called Quite Curvy, and then you've got the matching dies, and I'll show you some cards made with those shortly. And then as a special, and this is only available until the new catalogue comes out, and it's called Curvy Christmas, as you can see. And this one features a line of trees, some stars, some nice sentiments, this fur here, and some mistletoe type stamps, for want of a better description. So let me show you what we've made already this week, and then we'll crack on with a new design. You can also purchase the papers that go with this set, and these are available up until January as well, and they're called, I want to say they're called Basic Christmas, but it's not Basic Christmas, it's called something else. Hi Jeanette. But they're really nice papers. So they're shaded spruce, crumb cake and cherry cobbler colours. One side is more geared towards Christmas, but the other side is just a patterned paper. So it is 6 by 6 and you get 48 sheets. So there's 4 designs in each of the 3 colours. So I'll just show you one set of 4. So we have these Christmas trees. We have these little boughs, so they're a bit like holly berries and fir. We have stars and stripes. Hello Carol with an E. If I turn these over, we have this sort of dot and dash check. We have these lovely little dots. Got to love dotty backgrounds. This mistletoe type design, and then a check. So as you see, they're not necessarily Christmas, but you could use all of the Christmas sides if you wanted. Now I have got a design for you actually for tomorrow, which is some origami using, and I'm going to be using these papers. So you can purchase these papers separately, or you can purchase them as a complete bundle with the 2 sets of stamps and the dies, and I'll put the details of that up after this live. Okay, let me briefly show you the cards that we've made for anybody who hasn't seen them already, and I apologise if you've been with me all week and seen all of these. So this was our card from yesterday. So we made a wreath card using the Stamparatus, and then we had some rainbow cards using just the die for that image there. Made rainbow cards with the stamps, and then we had Hooray for You, so using the die and the Christmas stamps and adding these gold star embellishments. Similar thing but stamped, and this is with that delicate edge here. Another variation of that in blue, and there's another variation of the stamped rainbow, and I've used the Stamparatus for that. So apologies if you've seen all of those already. So let's crack on with today's card, and I've also got the samples from the December class in a box to show you, and that goes on release today. So my idea for this card is actually based on a card that you can find on the website. So if you go to stampinup.uk, you will see this design of card, and I have pre-die cut these just to save a little bit of time. But basically what I'm going to do is use this stamp that you can see here on this piece of card, and I may need to cut this down, so I'm not quite sure. So I've started with it a little bit bigger than I need, and basically creating a bouquet with this stamp, stamped a few times. This is from the dies, and I've die cut this in crumb cake, and I'm going to use these as well to layer up on top, and I'm going to finish colouring those in crumb cake. And I got the idea from this one, the colours that is, that I did on Monday, I think. I did this one because Sarah wanted to see how this was done, and I do really like those colours. I'm very much a yellow colour person. So this sort of design is between my head and the front section of the website, so I haven't got anything to see as my screen is obviously set to video. So I'm just going to give it a go and see how we get on. I might do some crumb cake stamping, and my plan is to use this piece here behind the panel. So I think I'm gonna, the way that it's shown on the front page of Stampin' Up is that this is cut down and then there's a panel just offset. So I may do that, or I may use this whole panel. Obviously I could use any of the other crumb cake pieces to go with it. So I wanted quite a thick base, so I could use, I've got the stars, haven't I? So I could use the stripes, or the holly, or the trees, or the dots, or the checker. Too much choice. So I'm going to leave those out and use one of those later. So let's just do a little bit of stamping first. So I've got early espresso, no surprise there. And I'm just going to ink this up and do one in that direction, like that, and one up here, so it's sort of spaced out a little bit. And my idea, which as I say comes from the catalogue, is to sort of build up a bouquet of flowers like so. Now what I think I might do is add in crumb cake leaves behind. So because we have these similar leaves, so they are, to me they're a bit like mistletoe. They aren't actually mistletoe because mistletoe sort of comes in sets of 3 leaves, as I remember. So what I'm going to do is just stamp those in crumb cake in the background. So I hope everybody is well. It's rather horrid and damp and grey here today, I have to say. Let's pop this in here. So what I'm going to do is add a bow at the bottom. So this is just filling in the background. Like so. So this would make a very good, obviously, non-Christmas card from a part Christmas card set, if that makes sense. So I am just going to colour these in very quickly. I've got Dark Mango Melody. I've done these already just really quickly and cut them out, not brilliantly, but the purpose of the demonstration is for you to see how it's made, not an example of my very best crafting. I hope you'll forgive me. Hello Brenda, lovely of you to join us. Okay, so I say the main Curvy stamp set will be in the catalogue for next year, and Stampin' Up have released it early, which is nice. Okay, so that's Dark Mango Melody. My top for my Light Mango Melody has just disappeared somewhere. I will find it after the event. And I'm pleased to say that I did top up some of my blends pens that were running rather dry when we had the sale on recently. So just doing these, as I say, really quickly, and then I'm just going to use crumb cake, and I really do like this combination of yellow and crumb cake. Quite autumnal, obviously. I may not need to do these ones at the bottom because they might be covered up in the end. Let me grab crumb cake blends pen. I'm very pleased with my blend storage that we have at Stampin' Up. So it means that at home I have, in my craft studio, all the pens to hand. And then I've just written on the tops, actually, whether you can see on that one, CC standing for crumb cake, so that when I look at them I can instantly see what colour it is. Right, so I'm just colouring those in, as I say, really quickly. And I haven't decided if I'm going to use a Mango Melody ribbon or I might use some crumb cake natural linen thread, or I've got some natural ribbon as well, sort of Hessian type ribbon. So once you've done one of these, you'd know which bits you need to colour in. So because I am actually going to cover some of this up, but for my first one I'm just going to colour it all in just really quickly. Okay, like so. That will do for my purposes. I can always stamp and add another little bit in afterwards. So my plan is to build up these layers here. So I'm thinking, problem is I don't want to cover too much up. Oh, I need to colour those in, don't I? So I'm thinking it's very dangerous. So I did cut out 4 of these, and in our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine you can cut out at least 2 layers at a time of this type of die where it's a closed die, and that really does save time. Sort of there, and I might cut this down just so I've got a smaller one there. So I'm going to go with something like that, she says. So let me just use, oops, a little bit of, I've got a rather excessive amount of glue coming out, so apologies if my hand is in the way. So I'm just putting the glue at the base of the branches because I quite like it sort of sticking out all over, so it's not, you know, flat. That's the word I wanted. Okay, and let's do this one. Like so. Let me just colour these in. Now I did cut these out in rather a hurry, so I do apologise that they're not dead centre on the die cut, but I'm sure you'll forgive me. So has anybody done any crafting today? I know Carol's posted some in our VIP group. I don't know if that was today or yesterday. They look very good, Carol. Let's colour these in. And obviously you can make these flowers any colour you like. You can use greens. As I was chatting with Christine the other day, when you do it in blues, it reminds me of Forget-Me-Nots, as it did her, although the flower is like a Forget-Me-Not, but the sort of layout isn't. Oh, bless you, Lynn. And so you should be until 4:30, is that right? I hope you get it all done in time so that you're not behind for tomorrow. So I can't believe Friday tomorrow. There we go. So just really quickly. So you could potentially fussy cut that out if you wanted to. You wouldn't have to use the dies, but obviously the dies make it a lot easier and quicker. So what I think I'm going to do is maybe put this one here, and then I'm going to cut this one down. So I'm just going to cut around this flower here. Oh, you should have finished at 4. Oh my goodness, Brenda's been recovering 6 dining room chairs. Well done, Brenda. That's very impressive. 10 out of 10. I should hope you are sitting down. Okay. Yep, I'm going to pop that one in there, and I might put that on with some dimensionals. There we go. So Jeanette, I wonder if you've been crafting today? Well, Brenda, you have been crafting, because I think recovering dining room chairs is, it may not be paper crafting, but it's certainly crafting, isn't it? Okay, where do we have this one? Here, I think. Like so. And I might just add that one in like that. So just basically building up this bouquet. Actually, you can just use the glue at the edge of my paper. Sorry, you probably can't see that anyway. And if you don't want to get your fingers gluey, take your pick tool or your scissors or a piercing tool just to push those down and have them until they're glued in person. Right, so all I've used is this stamp here and this one here, which is this one, like so. And then I have die cut this one out, but you could, as I say, just cut it out normally. Oh, well done. Well done, Brenda. You should be chuffed with yourself. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bow and a message at the bottom. So I quite fancy this. So this is from the new catalogue. It is Fine Art Ribbon. It's called, because it goes with a suite called Fine Art. It's got this gold running through it. I don't know if you can see that in the camera or not. May not do. And it's perfectly crumb cake coloured. So I'm just going to tie a bow for that. So I'm just doing 2 loops. Oh, well done, Jeanette. Yes, I've got all my cards done. Cards made, but I haven't written. I think I need to save up to buy the postage. There we go. So let's just make this a little bit smaller. I could go for white ribbon, or I could go for Mango Melody, but I'm going to use this one, I think. So just making that smaller and smaller. Like so. That's that one. Like so. Just tidy that up a little bit. And then a sentiment underneath or a little tag. Now on the example they had on the Stampin' Up website, they had a little tag, but I might just use a sentiment. So this is from the new set that I think I showed you last week, that stamps and then punches out and with one die a whole series of sentiments all in one go. So, and they're all with different messages and different shapes, as you can see. So I'm looking for ones that are short and stubby. Just a card to say hello. Thank you for being you. They will do. Okay. So let's pop that down. I'll use glue dots for that. Excuse me reaching over. Just pop that one with glue dots, like so. Okay, so I could tuck one in or just have it sitting on top. So sending happy thoughts is quite cute. As is happy birthday underneath. Or just a card to say hello. Absolutely, I do agree with you there, Jeanette. I do like that sentiment, so I think I'm going to stick with that one. So what I'm going to do is pop that up on dimensionals. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't, you know, you couldn't get to, if you got in your car even to the other side of Brackley, it would be cheaper to post something. So, and the post is busy already, because I've had posts that I sent out last Thursday only just arriving today, and some of those were first class as well. Okay, right, let us trim this down and decide how we're going to put it onto our card. So I've got a white card base, although I could switch to crumb cake, and I've got a choice, I think, of these two. So I've got that one, which might be my winning one, or the one with the same design. I think it's just a little bit too busy, so let me cut that one down. Of course, I could use that one. That also works, doesn't it? Let me know, dotty or crisscross. Just put my arm in the glue. Dotty or crisscross, see what you think while I just trim this down. I haven't got much I can do with the width of it, I don't think. Lynn says crisscross. I'm going to trim it very slightly, just because I want to see more of the paper, that's all. I think I need to replace that blade. Oh, 2 for dotty and 2 for crisscross. Uh-oh. We're in trouble. So the next vote gets it. Oh, hi Chris, I didn't realise you were there. I do apologise. So 2 for crisscross, 2 for dotty. Oh, don't make me choose. There's really nothing in it, let's be honest. I like both of them. I'm going to go crisscross because they were the first 2 choices. Normally I would go for dotty, so let's be bold and go for crisscross. Now on the Stampin' Up website, as I say, they had a small panel with this one at the side, but I think because my panels ended up quite large, I'm actually just going to make this fit just slightly smaller than the card base itself. So I'm going to do it 10 centimeters. by 14.35. There we go. There we have it. That will work nicely. So just add a bit of glue to this one. So this has got the trees on the background. As I say, tomorrow I'm doing some origami Christmas trees. So you're welcome to craft along with me. Now these trees can be put onto a card, or you can put the trees back to back to make a decoration for your Christmas tree or a wreath. And all you need are some squares going down in size. So you could do 4-inch square, 3.5-inch square, 3-inch, or you could do 6-inch, 5-inch, 4-inch, any combination of those. Oh, I meant to put that on dimensionals, never mind. So I'm just using the crisscross pattern to line that up, which is quite handy. There we go. So there is our card. What you could add to this would be a little bit of gold. If you've got the Forever Gold laser cut papers, which are these ones here, then I think I've got, yes, I've got a little bit of this one left here, and you get all of the, well, loads panels. This is all I've got left. So I think just a touch of gold in there would look nice to bring out the gold in the ribbon. So I think what I'm going to do is tuck that in like that, or perhaps in there. Just trim it a little bit off, so I don't need to use all of that. There we go. Pop a little glue on the back of that and tuck it in. There we go. Oh, I could put some in there as well. There we go. Little hint of gold in there. Hope you can see that shining. No, I'll leave that bit out. Put it back in my pot for next time. Okay, so there is my finished card. You can see the inspiration behind this card if you look on, if you go to stampinup.uk, then the first thing that will come up is a sort of rolling banner, and one of the cards from the Quite Curvy set and the Curvy Christmas set is this one. Well, my version, their version of this one. Okay, would you like to see the cards for my class in a box for December? If you do, then hang on and I'll get them. If you don't want to see them and you're all done, then thank you so much for joining me today. And let me grab these. And I will put a link up with all of these products that I have used today for you. So the papers, the stamps and the dies. And I'll add that in when the live has finished. So the cards for the December class in a box, it's a non-Christmas class. I'm going on the basis that most people will have finished their Christmas cards, but also by the time the kit comes to you and you've made them up, it will be getting quite close to Christmas. So let me show you, and I've chosen the Peony Garden papers, one of my favourite papers in the annual catalogue, and these are in no particular order, but in the set you'll have 6 12 by 6 inch pieces of designer paper. This is the reverse of one of the sides. Oh, thanks, Carol. And for this one there is a peony die, and also you can purchase the die set, but in your class pack you'll get 4 different colours of peonies, and you will get the video instructions on how to put them together. They're much easier than they look, I can assure you. You also get 4 of these doilies, so you can use these anywhere on your cards, and you have enough to make 2 each of all of the cards with plenty left over. Okay, so it's not like you can make, you know, that set of cards and there's nothing left. So you'll have all of the die cuts for here and the die cuts. The only thing you don't have is the stamped sentiments. Okay, so there's card number 1. Card number 2 is this one. So we're using the papers, and what I've done with this one is I've coloured in the buds of the peonies. Now you don't have to colour any of these in. This is grey to start with, so if you don't want to do coloured cards you can just use the papers. I've used Petal Pink and Old Olive to colour in the leaves and the flowers. Okay, I suddenly realised a little bit high there. And you'll get the die cuts here. This sentiment comes from the peony set. Okay, and you have enough for 2 of those. Now your choice of papers right the way through. Okay, so you can swap out your papers as you like. The next card is a bit like a triple layer stamped card, but again using the papers. So I haven't coloured these in, but you could colour in the flowers or the background, and you get 3 different colours of ribbon. So you get the petal pink, you'll get the grey granite, and you'll also get the silver, and you get a yard of each one. Each of the cards has a separate video to go with it, so you can just pick up the ones that you want, and also you can do multiples of any particular one. So if you like this particular one, apart from the fact you'll have limited paper, you'll be able to do 4 of those just with the one design of paper. Then you can just carry on as you like. So those are the 3 cards. Then we have a freestanding calendar. It's difficult for you to see, but it has an easel built into it, and you have enough for 2 of these. Now if you don't like the calendar part, you can just make these as cards like this one here, and this is the lovely metallic silver ribbon that you get. And what I've done with this one is I've coloured the background in blue with a balmy blue pen, and that's to match the flower. Okay, if you don't like the calendars, give the calendars to somebody else and just make that as a card. And again, you've got enough for 2 of those. You have 2 calendars. And then finally we have some bookmarks. So you will have 4 blank bookmarks, and you can use the papers obviously for this, and all I've done is coloured this one with Flirty Flamingo and Dark Petal Pink and a little bit of Old Olive. So these will be pre-cut ready for you, and then all you need to do is choose the paper that you like and attach that. I'll give you the measurements to cut it to. Colour it in if you want to, and then you can either add a sentiment on there or you can leave it blank, and there'll be enough for 4 of those in your pack. Okay, so I hope you like that. Something nice and hopefully fairly straightforward. We know everybody's busy in the run up to Christmas. You could make these all as thank you cards if you wanted to get ahead and ready for your Christmas thank yous, or to give to somebody for their Christmas thank yous. So that is the class kit. £20 for the kit. Thanks, Lynn. And that includes everything you need. The only exception is glue and your sentiment stamps, ink and dimensionals. Oh, and scissors. Okay, so everything else is organised. I haven't cut the papers down because obviously then you can choose which papers you want to use for which designs. So that's entirely up to you. Okay, so I hope that's been useful. You also get these gems that you can see that I've dotted around these ones here. So you've got clear ones, you've got white ones, and you've got petal pink ones here. And they're really pretty. So booking for that is now open, and I will be sending an email out to my customers as soon as I finished here and had a cup of coffee. So watch out for that coming into your inbox. Closing date for this will be the 8th of December, and that's because last orders from Stampin' Up for guaranteed delivery before Christmas is the 9th of December. Thank you, Jeanette. So it gives me a day to get everything collated and ordered, and then it will come out to you literally as soon as I get the items back from Stampin' Up. They'll be packed up and then sent out to you. Included in this month will be a brand new catalogue and celebration brochure for you, all ready for January. That's if you're a customer of mine. And then also as a little gift from me for anybody ordering the class in a box, and also some samples of these tag dies. So lots of goodies to be had for our December box. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are able to stay safe and well. This was the card that we made today. I hope you like it. If you want more inspiration, you can always just search for stampinup.uk or look for Stampin' Up on Pinterest, and there is a wealth of projects and ideas out there for you to enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you look after yourselves. I hope you have a nice weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. But do join me at 5 tomorrow for some origami Christmas trees that can be easily done with the younger members of the family, and perfect way of using up any spare Christmas paper if you have any left. Okay, thank you so much everybody. Take care now. Bye bye.